Hi, this is AG. If you love my videos, comment, like, and share them. And remember to subscribe my channel. Hi everyone, now I'm again at Sonic Racing Crossworlds Open Network Test because I remember there should be the Joker, the character, for us to have a test or have a try on it, as well as his vehicle. So I just come back to the game again. And I remember they also have a festival kind of thing in the online mode. So okay, so they're introducing Joker as a challenger from the Crossworld, and they treat it as a downloadable content obtained. And then we will see some information about the festival later. So this is new machine arsenal wing that we could have a trial on it until the next day. So some information here about the festival. So depending on the time zone you're in, it's actually only lasts 24 hours, so it's already like almost 3:30 when I'm recording this video in my time zone. So they're telling us we will have some special prizes for us who participates the event. So it's going to last only for 24 hours for this Joker festival thing. Then we look into the info. There will be like tap your alley, get rings, and then land air tricks. So I didn't see the get rings one for now because I just have a brief gameplay in between. So I try a little bit about the tap your alleys, but then later you will see me there's a network disconnection during the game, which I didn't really finish it. And then the get rings is just to have as many rings as possible, and then you can use a rental place for this one. And then the last one will be the land air tricks. You could need to do as many air tricks as possible, and then you will also use the rental plate. So the rental plates are different for the get rings and then the land air trick rules. So I'll have to choose the online mode in here. But before that, I'm going to change my character to Joker first. Yeah, he's in the handling category, but his car will be in the speed category. I didn't check the parameters of the car, so because that just doesn't really matter at all. So then I will have to go to the online mode and then to find a lobby to join the game. So by the time I'm recording it, there are actually 4x4x4 team races for festival events, and by the time I'm recording it, we're having a tapping races. So that's not something that I'm good at, as I mentioned before, versus real players. But anyway, I'm just going to I did just give it a try in this one, so yeah, I just need to wait for a lobby to join in. And unfortunately, during this round, our team only had 3 members, so a little bit disadvantaged for us. And I think tap boost is not an easy one because we need to hit our teammates' car to tap our teammates' cars to earn points. So once I'm falling behind, then I just couldn't tap my teammates in this sense. So here I'm waiting for the lobby to be found, and they will just randomize a team for you. So this time I got into Team Mona, and you can see there are only 3 members in my team, in Team Blue here. So Mona represent the team blue, and then Violets represented in Violet's team, and then Joker team is in red. So I have just chosen a random map to be selected. So just waiting for them to calculate which course, which map would be chosen in here. So this one is not easy. I think the air trick, the land air trick one is easier. So as you can see, they filled in a CPU players for us in case we don't have enough teammates in the team. So we have to keep tapping our teammates. I think tapping a CPU is actually also difficult, because that's just as difficult as tapping a real player teammate in this sense. So especially I'm using a keyboard to play with it. It's the controlling is a little bit even more difficult in this sense due to the key bindings that the game provides for keyboard players. It's already a little bit difficult to have the proper drift mechanism while using the keyboard due to the key bindings, but then it's even more difficult for me to like get adapted to the controls of the game. It's already better. I already did better than yesterday or the day before. So I'm in the last position right now. I'm trying my best to got back to the more positions at the front. So I just need to boost, but that doesn't count any taps with your teammates in this case. So yeah, I could only do my best in here, and then it was changed me to a boat, and then I got back to the car form in here. So I'm still in the 11th place. My teammates are in front of me, but just couldn't tap with them. You can see it's only 2 taps so far, and I used another item to boost me to the front, but my teammates are behind me, so it's not easy to tap them. We really have to stick with our teammates very closely in order to have more taps with your teammates' machine. So I think it's almost time for me to have a disconnected network. Yeah, if I remember it correctly. Okay, so I have the network error in here that paused the game. After the network disconnection, I just tried to re-log into the game, which is fine for me because it's just stopped my last race, and then yeah, due to the schedule change, I now have to go for the air trick rule here. So I have to go to the online mode again, and then go into the festival mode to join the air trick events. So what I did here is I didn't have the rental plates yet because the matchmaking has not been done, and then later you will see once the matchmaking has been done, I could choose to use the rental plate, which is to optimize the abilities being assigned with those gadgets in order to like matching with the air trick events in here. So randomizing teams again. So I got into Team Joker this time. They switch all our cars into the red. So it says it said that air trick expert plates that could be used. So again, here I have chosen a random map, and then I go to check the rental plates. Yeah, they will have like perform air tricks much faster things, something like that. And then yeah, it just started to calculate which map would be chosen again. So it's been a little bit of time in here to wait for the map to be chosen. So if you ask me among the team colors, among the 3 teams, I will actually choose the purple one, and then followed by the red one, and then maybe the last one will be blue for me, because the blue one has already been seen, because we can already see that Sonic is already in the color of blue. Okay, so Mystic Jungle was chosen. So in the land air trick event again, each player has to do as most air tricks as possible. So I just kept tapping on my keyboard like a crazy person in order to get as many air tricks as possible. But I just like fall behind again. So it's kind of the balance that you need to balance between your position and the number of tricks, the number of air tricks that you have performed. So it's always started fine. Things always started fine for me, but later it just gets more difficult for me as a keyboard player. Yeah, in here I'm still at 4th place to do more tricks, and once I fell off the track, it just directly spawned me back onto it. It's not like in Mario Kart series where the Lakitu would came and pick you up and place you back onto the track. They just directly spawned you back onto the track in Sonic. So just one hit by the Fire Dragon or something, I didn't really see it, and then I dropped to 7th place already. I was in 3rd place, and then the key bindings of like drifting and then use the item at the same time is not easy. So yeah, now I'm at the last place and almost fell off again. Just need to use items to speed up my machine. Yeah, and then another attack item, but I'm still at 11th place in here. So if you look at my teammates, they're at 2nd, 1st, and then 3rd, 4th, 8th, and I'm still in the last position. And then I have 17 tricks here so far, and then 20. And then fell off the track again. So I just need to chase those rings, but I didn't get an item. So I just keep performing tricks in here. Not many tricks I could perform, but that's the best I could try. Yeah. And then because I'm in the last place, all people has already crossed the finish line, leaving me behind. And I think I have got 32 air tricks, but I still only got 1 point at the last position. So our team got 26 points, but then they started to calculate how many air tricks we have performed. So I have got the 32 tricks by just me. So my team became the winning team. So it's just set 1st place. Yeah, and then it will go into like giving you some event points that will earn you different items. Like this one, a new decal earned for Joker, and then some tickets later. And then I decided to give another shot of this event mode, so you will see me racing in the next round of the event. It is still air trick within the schedule now, because by the time I'm recording, they're still having the air trick rule for the festival events. So again, matchmaking here. So it took me a little bit of time to wait for the lobby in order to join the event. And I think I'm lucky this time. I didn't got any network disconnection during these 2 rounds of air trick events. So it's a little bit of luck. And then randomizing team, and I got assigned to Team Violet, so they change all our cards into the color of Violet. And then I just chose again the random course. So here's the rule for land air trick, to perform as many air tricks as possible. And I think the map is a little bit different for me to drive on. Sorry, a little bit difficult for me to drive on, because it's kind of like the controlling by using keyboard. And I got assigned to the Metal Harbor this time. So I haven't seen this course before. It just looks like a place for like launching the rockets or something. So they have a style like having the military or the rocket thing, and then here you need to perform as many air tricks as possible. But then I just dropped to the very last position again. Yeah, because it's like to use the items and the tricks, the key bindings, the key binding thing. I have already tried to perform as many air tricks as possible. Yeah, but I keep pressing the keyboard, but then I fell off the track again. Yeah, so the controlling thing could be improved if you ask me, especially for keyboard players, because it's really a little bit difficult to like controlling the machines for what they call. They try to have many air tricks as possible. Yeah, things look good here for me. Got to the 4th or the 5th place, and even reached the 1st place for just 0.1 second maybe, and warrior section, and then go back to the shipwreck section, and then perform tricks again, as many tricks as possible. And then I fall to the 11th place. And then more tricks here, and then already 62 tricks from the teams, but I remember that's not enough, so that's why we didn't end up in the 1st place for our team. And then actually I fell behind again. Yeah, using that boost doesn't really help with the situation. So now I need to have as many tracks as possible, and you can see there's a little bit of variation for the track here for the final lap. Yeah. And then tricks, and then drop to the lower level, and then just, yeah, I even hit the tap button here, and then I have got into 6th place for this round, so I got 7 points, and then we just have 25 points only. Yeah, I have 91, but they have people with more than 100 tricks. 106, 100, and then 103 for the winning team. So we have got the 2nd place in here, and then they will reward us with 20 points, so that I have earned some tickets. Yeah, so that's my performance for the 2nd round. So I decided to go back to the main menu, and then I think that's all that I want to test for this open network test, the festival mode in here. Thanks for watching my video. Remember, if you love my videos, comment, like, and share them. And remember to subscribe my channel.